The universe is not silent. It breathes, it stirs, and it carries wanderers across unimaginable distances. Among these drifters is one named Three-Eye Atlas, a visitor from realms beyond our solar cradle, cold and ancient. This is Prophecy Pulse, where visions of destiny are revealed. Before we continue, like this video, share it everywhere, and subscribe now. Astronomers first spotted it in 2020, mistaking its fragile body for a dying comet. But Three-Eye Atlas was more than dust. It was an interstellar messenger, whispering across centuries of light, a fragment of forgotten creation. When it slipped past Earth, humanity sighed in relief. It was harmless, or so we believed. Yet prophecy asks us to imagine a darker fate. What if its trajectory had bent differently? What if it had aimed for us? The answer is apocalyptic, because if Three-Eye Atlas collides with Earth, the impact would end not just lives but history itself. Civilizations would burn, memories would vanish, humanity would become a footnote carved in cosmic dust. The approach would begin as beauty. People would watch the skies, marveling at the glowing arc. Children would trace its tail with wonder, but awe would soon turn to terror as news confirmed its path: direct, unrelenting, terminal. Governments would announce emergency measures. World leaders would appear solemn, powerless. Scientists would calculate probabilities and find none. There would be no way to alter its path, no missile, no shield, no miracle to intervene. Three-Eye Atlas is immense. Imagine an object kilometers wide, carrying more kinetic energy than every nuclear weapon on Earth detonated at once. Its strike would deliver a planetary wound, deeper and more final than any war. As impact nears, fear spreads faster than the comet itself. Social order crumbles. Riots break out. Economies collapse overnight. Families cling together, whispering prayers, while others lose themselves in chaos, trying to deny the inevitable. The day of impact arrives. The skies brighten unnaturally. A flash greater than the sun ignites the atmosphere. In a moment, entire cities evaporate, oceans boil, continents tremble. The Earth itself recoils from the cosmic strike. Shockwaves race across the planet, cracking the crust, collapsing mountains, and triggering supervolcanoes. Molten rock bursts upward, raining down fire. Every living thing in the immediate blast zone is annihilated, vaporized into nothing but scattered atoms. Billions of tons of dust, ash, and pulverized earth are launched into the sky. Darkness falls. The sun disappears, hidden behind a shroud of poison. A nuclear winter begins, except this is no war. It is extinction. Temperatures collapse within weeks. Crops wither. Forests die. Oceans turn acidic from chemical reactions in the toxic clouds. The food chain disintegrates. Animals starve. Humanity, once master of the planet, now finds itself a fragile shadow. Cities grow silent. Markets vanish. Technology becomes useless when survival demands fire and shelter. Nations dissolve into tribes. The global community fractures into fragments, fighting over the last reserves of food, water, and air. Yet some seek survival underground. Bunkers fill with the wealthy, the powerful, the prepared. But even concrete cannot resist decades of darkness. Supplies dwindle, air recycles poorly, and human hope rots faster than stored food. The planet transforms. Ice sheets expand, glaciers reclaim cities, and oceans freeze along the edges. Earth becomes an alien wasteland. Survivors emerge into a world unrecognizable, where sunlight is dim and life is nearly gone. Generations later, children huddle around fires built from ruins, listening to elders describe the day the sky burned. To them, it sounds like myth, but these myths are truth, records of humanity's final stand against the stars. In this prophecy, the world has ended not once but forever. Because while species may survive, civilization does not. Knowledge crumbles, libraries burn, languages vanish. What rises from ashes is primitive, desperate, scarred beyond recognition. Yet prophecy is not despair alone, it carries revelation. Three-Eye Atlas reminds us that we are small, fragile, fleeting. We build towers of glass, empires of steel, but all can be undone in the blink of the cosmos. The comet's arrival teaches a truth humanity resists. Survival is not guaranteed. The Earth is not safe. The universe does not protect us. We live only by grace of chance, not by permanence. If this vision became reality, the greatest tragedy would not be the comet itself, but our failure to prepare. Because we had warning, we had time, we had knowledge, and yet arrogance blinds us until it is too late. Imagine if scientists announce 3I Atlas is inbound today. Imagine the countdown. 10 years, then 5, then 1. Every second becomes priceless, every resource vital. Humanity must choose between unity or self-destruction before the final blow. But human history is stained with division. Would nations cooperate, pooling resources to build defenses, or would they hoard knowledge, seeking advantage while the clock ticks down? Prophecy suggests greed would prevail, cooperation would falter. When survival depends on unity, disunity becomes fatal. The comet would not only shatter the Earth, but expose the weaknesses of human pride, showing that we failed ourselves long before the stars struck us down. The impact aftermath would sculpt landscapes beyond imagination. New mountain ranges forged in an instant, craters stretching wider than cities, oceans drained, then refilled with acid rains. The Earth would wear scars deeper than any natural wound. Species that survived would evolve under nightmare skies. Insects, fungi, and scavengers might inherit the planet. Humanity, reduced to pockets, would fade slowly, our dominance lost, our presence reduced to whispers. And yet, thousands of years later, if any intelligent life remained, they would unearth ruins, skyscrapers buried in ice, machines rusted in silence, satellites tumbling dead in orbit, ghosts of a species that dreamed too brightly. They would ask, who were these beings? What gods did they worship? How did they fall? The answer would echo, a visitor from the stars, a messenger of destruction, a prophecy unheeded until it became reality. But prophecy is not prediction, it is warning. The tale of 3I Atlas is not destiny carved in stone, it is a vision of what could be, a mirror showing the fragile thread holding life together. For we must ask, are we ready? Are we building defenses for the inevitable? Or are we living as though tomorrow is endless, as though no comet, no star, no darkness can end us? If we ignore the vision, then one day another object, not 3I Atlas, but its brother, its twin, its successor, will come. And when it does, the prophecy will no longer be imagination. It will be history. The true horror lies not in extinction itself, but in silence. The silence left behind when no voice remains to tell the story, when the universe forgets us and Earth spins on, empty, a graveyard under endless night. This prophecy compels us to act, to prepare, to plan, to accept that survival requires foresight. Because though the stars are beautiful, they are not merciful. And one day, beauty will fall like fire upon us. So remember 3I Atlas. Remember its name. Let it live in your thoughts not as a comet, but as a warning. For humanity's greatest enemy may not be each other, it may be the cold hand of the cosmos. This is the vision of fire and ice, of skies burning and worlds ending. This is the story of a single rock that could erase every achievement, every word, every dream we ever built. The prophecy is not distant. It is near. It is possible. It is inevitable. And when it comes, will we rise to meet it, or will we fall forgotten beneath the shadow of the stars? This has been Prophecy Pulse. If this revelation shook you, if it made you feel the weight of destiny pressing on humanity's fragile shoulders, then like this video, share it widely, and subscribe, for the prophecies you ignore may one day come true.